Rumors. Let me ask you this: if you had a movie that starred Kate Blanchett, Alicia Vikander, and Charles Dance, would you believe that this would be the worst movie of the year? This
No.
this movie is god awful. All right, let's get into it. We are at the G7 summit somewhere. Oh, in Germany. The leaders of the top economic countries gather. They are the United States, Canada, United Kingdom, France, Italy, Germany, and Japan. And the leaders come together and they meet. They discuss the economy, but in doing so, one of the traditions is that they a provisional resolution, and that's what this movie is about: is drafting that provisional resolution, or it does it. So what happens is they're off. They're at this resort, this giant resort. They're off at this gazebo having dinner and discussing what the resolution would be. As things are going on, no one shows up to serve them food. No one shows up to clean up. What the leaders find out that they have been abandoned out in the middle of the woods. There's no one at the main house of the resort. There's no one around, and there are weird noises going on. And what they find is that the people have been missing for some reason. There might be maybe aliens coming here. I don't know if you can see in the poster here, but on top of the pillar is this giant brain. And out in the middle of the forest, there's a giant brain. And Alicia Vikander is there. She represents the EU. And somehow she finds herself connected with this brain and knows fully what the plan is going on. And so this movie becomes a movie of survival as the leaders of the G7 try to find safety, find a way to escape the danger. There's a point where there's a fire and these these zombie-like creatures are around the fire. How should I say? Jerking themselves off. And when they come to completion, they explode into nothingness. This is a horrible movie. The moment the movie started, I realized I am about to waste the next 2 hours of my life, and I wasted it. The movie here's the problem. The movie is setting itself up to be satire, but it doesn't really say anything. If you made a movie about the G7, the leaders of the G7, you would think you would say something profound about government, about power, about leadership, but it doesn't go there. What you have are 7 characters who are leaders of the free world, and that's about it. That's the only connection you have with them. This movie has zero connection with the real world, so there's no way for you to really understand why things are happening. And then this big reveal that comes out at the end. I'm sitting there going like, well, what does this have to do with anything? I don't know. Kate Blanchett and Alicia Vikander, how did they decide to make this movie? What was the decision in saying, yeah, this I read the script, I love it, I'm going to do it, and to have this junk come out of it? The issue to me, though, is the characters, because they are the leaders of the world, they are automatically you cannot sympathize with these characters whatsoever. They act like leaders. They say things, the way they interact with one another is like leaders. And as we normal people who disdain power, people in power, that's all you have here. Let me see if there's anything else that I said. This should have been I'll say this. It's a good idea, but no one involved in the script knows anything about satire. It played at Toronto International Film Festival. I'm sure it got a standing ovation, but this is such a waste of time and a waste of a movie. Go ahead.
I love the poster. The poster looks great. The cast looks great. The way you describe the concept is great. But I get what you're saying. It's like, Dr. Strangelove, right? Great satire, right? Like a satirical comedy making some political point or some observation about the world. I'm all in. That poster really looks amazing. But when it's done badly,
It's really bad.
Something about I smelled fishy about this movie because I kept getting invited to screenings, and I was like, maybe. And then I found out you saw the movie, and I'm like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, the moment that they reveal the big brain in the middle of the forest, I'm like, this doesn't mean anything. I understand what they're trying to do, but satire, the way humor works is that you relate to the subject that is being lambasted or being satirized. That doesn't happen here, and it's just a very bland attempt at humor, and yeah, strong criticism of this. I hate this movie.
You cannot recommend
I
it.
cannot recommend this movie. A strong non-recommendation from me.